All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scripture. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And this is going to be just a quick lesson from what I've been seeing. You know, I like to, sometimes the Spirit has me, go about my day, and at the end of the day, record through the scriptures what's going on, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it's different, But nevertheless, this is the brothers been talking about 2nd Ezra 15, 16. All the signs of prophecy that we're actually seeing now. And I had a run into it, customer, and basically the heathens are suffering spiritually because what. They understand what's coming. They understand that this is the end of their paradise under Esau. Because this was a Moabite, either a Moabite or an Ammonite or something. But the Lord is about to judge these other nations for what they've done, man. Okay? And they're feeling something that they've never felt before. Okay? It's like a shock to their kingdom. All right? But it's the Lord, man. This is 2nd Ezra 15. It started with Esau, man. Who's at the forefront of all of this. 2nd Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 and 52 and 51. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastened with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Okay? So the Lord is weakening Esau. All right, the Lord is weakening Esau's his image on the earth. Specifically here in Babylon the Great, America. All right, but now you've had Biden. Is going to be sworn in January, and the Democrats are known to start, warfare, so to speak. So the other nations are getting ready they're getting prepared now. Okay, because Trump was, all talk for his term. We don't know through the Spirit he might, start the war, but who knows? Biden might start the war, but who knows through the Spirit? We're watching, as the scripture says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, diligently measure the times. All right, and that's what we're doing. We're watching. We've been set up as watchmen. But the Lord is judging the heathen nations for their wickedness, man, and for what they've done to us. 2nd Ezra 15. So we're living in beautiful times. 2nd Ezra 15. And 54, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. Or 53, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead when thou wasn't drunken, then when I was drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. So it's a taunt. This man has kept us down for hundreds of years, and now the Lord is repaying him, slowly but surely chipping away at his kingdom. Verse 55, the reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. So the Lord is saying that this place is going to be, you Edomites, you're going to be judged, all right, for the things that you've done. The scriptures also says that the Lord requireth that which is past. So the power of this earth, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, they are speaking, and they're saying at the end of this story, at the end of this reality, you're going to receive a judgment. And it's coming because the Lord is slowly chipping away at your kingdom. 2nd Ezra 15 and 56, here's the point. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. And that's what's about to take place, man. Okay, these other nations, these Edomites, these heathens, 2/3 of our people are about to be delivered into mischief, a time that has never been before. Okay, and you Edomites are going to be right in the middle of it. All right, fending for your sinking Titanic ship. All right, in the streets against 2/3 of our people, not in their right mind, bugged out of their mind, But it's all scriptural. This is the Most High story. Verse 57, thy children, and we're reading the Bible, so you can't say this is the orchestration of the Most High. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine perish, and all thine shall perish with the sword, in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat of their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou, as unhappy, shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. All right, so we're coming into the times. I don't want to go too deep there. We're coming into the times where Esau is receiving his judgment, and with that, the heathens are receiving their judgment. Okay, because they follow and drink the wine of Esau, drink the wine of Babylon. All right, let me get a scripture. Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. This is Job 20 and 23. Actually, Salakia. There we go. This is Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. The word indignation means righteous judgment. So this is that signifies and tells you that the Lord is going to have judgment with you forever, and your biggest judgment is coming. All right, it tells you that in the book of Obadiah. I'm going to get it, because I'm going to keep it simple. About you Edomites and you heathens that follow him, and 2/3 of our people. This is Obadiah 1. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. All right. That's why it says I believe it's Maccabees, what nation have not gotten a part of our spoil? All the nations have spoiled us. Esau, the heathens. Okay. All these nations that are in rulership, all of the nations that live downtown, their transgenerational wealth comes from robbing us. And Esau has been the head of it as of lately. Obadiah 1, and he's going to receive that judgment for it. Obadiah 1 and 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day of that he became a stranger. And it's talking about Jacob and Esau. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the seed of Jacob. Okay, they are the descendants of Jacob by blood. All right, and Esau, the so-called white men, are the descendants of Esau. They are the seed of Esau. Okay, that's what it's going into here. It's talking about Jacob and Esau and their lineage. Obadiah 1 and 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shalt not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So they have a lot of our substance. They have a lot of our gold, deep down in these vaults. You see? These are things that we have not known because we have not been woken up. We weren't woken up to this truth. Now with this truth comes that spirit of now the Lord is giving you understanding. Now the Lord is making you see things. And they have all our substance, which is why they live in the best parts of the land. They live in the richest, the fattest parts of the earth, because this is their blood. This is Esau's blessing, and he's leading the other heathens, all right, by wine. Okay, all the other heathen nations are gonna suffer with him. They're suffering with him in the mind, in the spirit. Because I was in a good mood, knowing and telling them, telling her like, yeah, what's gonna happen, and she just had a some fear behind her voice. I don't know. Yeah. Finished. Because as Esau is, you shall be too. All right. For drinking his wine. And spoiling us. Obadiah 1 and 15. Here's a point. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. All the heathen. Not just Esau. You followed him. All the heathen. 2/3 of our people in the heathen mentality. All the heathen. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And that's the point, man. Okay? We're living in a time where these people are starting to feel the effects of what their forefathers have done. They're starting to feel the effects of losing power. You know? So that's why as Revelation 12 is written, man. This man shall come down with great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time. That's why he put Biden in there, so he can bring forth draconian law. Because that's what those Democrats, the so-called left-wing people do. Because they are definitely paid. They are more expensive puppets. You see, than Trump. They're insiders, as Apostle Dahar spoke on. Okay, Trump was just that right hand, all right, so to speak. But Biden is now this left hand to knock Jake out, man, with draconian law. Obadiah 1, because this man knoweth that he has a short time. This place is crumbling. Obadiah 1 and 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And that's what's about to take place. All right, for all this wickedness, man, and all these things done to us. We can't even live. We're the only nation that doesn't have a fair shot at anything because of the oppression. But it's a part of the curses. But the Lord is going to revenge our enemies even though he punished us. He's going to take us off punishment and still punish the heathens and Esau. You see? Now let me get another scripture. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. This is Jeremiah chapter 25. Let's see where I'm going to start here. Jeremiah 25 and 15. For thus saith Yahweh, the God of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup of Yahweh's hand and made all the nations to drink unto whom Yahweh has sent me. All right. All the nations. And it goes, and I don't want to, you can read it yourself, Jeremiah, the 25th chapter. All right. It goes into all the nations, because they're going to receive a judgment for this. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Jeremiah 25. I'm just going to read it. Jeremiah 25 and 17. Then took I the cup at Yahweh's hand and made all the nations to drink unto whom Yahweh had sent me. To wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah and the kings thereof and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, an astonishment and a hissing and a curse, as at this day. Pharaoh king of Egypt and his servants and his princes and all his people and all the mingled people, all the kings of the land of Uz and all the kings of the land of the Philistines and Ashkelon and Azah and Ekron and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom and Moab and the children of Ammon. And all the kings of Tyrus and all the kings of Zidon and all the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dedan and Tamah and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners, and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, wow, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall and rise no more because of the sword which I will send among you. So the judgment is about to go forth for the heathen nations, and starting with Esau. And he's understanding this, which is why he is coming down with that great wrath. The wicked elite know this is the end, man. It just feels like the end. Even the people in the world, these people that don't know what's going on, they can feel that something's going on, you know? Because the Lord is about to, said in Obadiah, judgment is near upon all the heathen. Jeremiah 25 and 28, and it shall be if they refuse to take the cup of thine hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, ye shall certainly drink. So you're certainly going to pay for that. What is Revelations the 13th chapter says, he who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, it says. And in Revelations the 13th chapter, the Lord's not playing. Jeremiah 25. All right. This is outside of us. This is the God of this reality. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. So he's going to go forth with his judgment. And we're hoping they receive mercy out of his judgment, because we're not exempt even teaching the truth. We're hoping we get mercy. You see, even Ezra said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? That's how bad it's about to get. That's how much judgment is about to go forth. Jeremiah 25 and 29. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city which is called by my name, and should ye be utterly unpunished? Ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say to them, see, the Lord is giving us the same commandment that Jeremiah is taking in here. We're doing in this time. The Lord is telling us, prophesy unto the world. Jeremiah the 28th chapter. The prophets that have been before me and thee in the. I'm gonna just get it. Hold on, real quick, and then I'll come back. I don't want to butcher it. Yahweh, the God of this reality, is telling us to prophesy. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Jeremiah 28. And this is through the Spirit. Jeremiah 28. And 7, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears. All right. And in the ears of all the people, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms. What did they prophesy of? Of war and of evil. The word evil means bad season, bad time. Eve meaning season or time. All right. Ill meaning bad. You see, bad season. That's what's coming. The Lord's judgment. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. You see? So the Lord told us to go prophesy. Jeremiah 25 and 30. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, Yahweh shall roar from on high and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. So this is the Most High is coming back to this reality. It tells you in what? 2nd Ezra, I believe it is 9 or 15. Where it says when we see the tokens, and then shall you know that this is the time where the Lord shall visit the earth, roughly paraphrasing. It tells you these things, man. That's what we are saying to the world. The Lord told us to prophesy, all right? Jeremiah 25 and 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh hath a controversy. Let's go into that word. Because you're not just going to, you other Esau especially, and you other nations are not about to just skeet off into the sunset, sip a little lemonade in the shade in the sunset, and keep us in slavery forever. You don't control this reality. You've been fooled, actually. The Psalms the 7th chapter, man. You dig the pit, and you're gonna fall into the damn pit that you made. It's the word
Strong's H7379.
controversy.
Riv. And second entry, Riv.
Okay. It says strife, controversy, dispute. Controversy, case at law. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. All right, the Hebrew word is rayab. Rayab, controversy. Strife, controversy, dispute. Strife, quarrel, dispute, controversy, case at law. Rayab. A contest. Wow. Adversary, cause, chiding, contention, controversy, multitude, pleading. Okay. Jeremiah 25:31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Thus saith the Lord, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be as dung upon the ground. And this is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is about to do. That's what this is all going to culminate into. A lot of judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The chariots coming. All right. Salvation for Israel. All for what? The controversy of what you've done to us. The Lord has a controversy with you, man. Because you touched the apple of his eye, as the scripture says. But I don't want to make it too long. You know, Lord willing, that was edifying. Call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and abad babal.